Inflation remains high. The latest report shows instead of growing, the economy lost nearly 1% in the second quarter.
In a word, change may best describe the City of Frisco's new budget year. The same changes impacting your household budget are affecting Frisco's new budget too. Changes like rising costs for fuel, contractors, and construction.
We're also dealing with supply chain issues.
Like local businesses, recruiting employees hasn't been easy either.
This year's budget was challenging.
Despite change, Frisco is embracing it and inviting possibilities.
It really is a combination of the years that we've come out of, the year we're in, and the year we're looking forward to. Because those numbers aren't in isolation. There's one particular set of finances for the year.
Frisco's fiscal year 23 proposed property tax rate is 0.4466. That's the same rate we've had since 2018. Frisco's total property values climbed more than 15%. New properties added over the last year account for about a third of the increase. Frisco's average taxable home value, which is less any tax exemptions, is about $470,000 and comes with a tax bill of about $2,100.
All in favor?
Aye.
That motion passes 6-0. Thank you all.
In June, the Frisco City Council voted to give homeowners a bigger break on their tax bill. Council members raised the homestead exemption by 2.5%, bringing the city's total exemption to 12.5%.
I think it's really going to help the homeowners to have that additional homestead exemption. And they also approved a senior freeze, which sets a ceiling for senior citizens over 65.
Raising the homestead exemption to 12.5% translates to more than $15 million in savings to homeowners. The senior tax freeze impacts more than 8,500 homeowners and will benefit them beginning in fiscal year 24. Water will cost more in the new budget year. The city's wholesale water supplier is increasing rates by more than 13%.
Inflationary costs for chemicals, fuel, contractors, it's all impacting services. We are passing on the increases from the North Texas Municipal Water District.
City rates may increase by as much as 10% for water and by about 3% for sewer services. Stormwater rates will not change. Water conservation is encouraged year-round and emphasized during droughts. Rising consumption means a higher take-or-pay threshold. So being water-wise is money-wise too.
Take-or-pay seems complicated, but really what it means is the most water we pump during the year, that's our new what we have to pay for. Even if we don't use that, we still have to pay for it. That's the take-or-pay concept.
Residents will also pay $4 more per month per cart for trash and recycling services.
Good morning, City of Frisco.
Frisco's proposed fiscal year 23 budget includes a general fund of more than $229 million. As one of the city's 5 core values, employee benefits are enhanced with the new budget.
Our effort is really to show how we value them, not just in giving them a paycheck, but in the little things that affect their life.
Frisco opened a health and wellness center this year, offering health care to employees and their immediate families. The new budget also provides employees a free individual membership to the Frisco Athletic Center. Longevity pay would double from $4 per month to $8, which is paid near the end of the year. 2 additional employee holidays are proposed, and any health insurance premium increases would be absorbed by the city.
We've increased our merit pool from 3% to 4%. Employees can get merit increases as high as 5%, but the department average needs to stay at 4%.
We've been able to fund some things for our employees that we probably wouldn't have been able to afford if we hadn't had that extra sales tax money coming into the general fund.
Hi. Did you find everything okay?
Statewide sales collections are reaching record highs. Frisco's collection climbed by about 24% since last August.
We're very careful. We want to see a trend before we appropriate that money to ongoing operations. We're just trying to figure out where that floor is.
Until then, a 5% sales tax increase is budgeted for the new year. 47 new positions are proposed, 3 for the fire department and 19 for the police department.
The new positions are going to staff 2 new patrol districts that we're looking at creating because of the growth in Frisco. We got to stay ahead of that. We've also increased the power shift positions, and that's the swing shift of officers that we put out there at the busiest call load times, and that's to help our response times. And then we have some school resource officer positions that some elementary rovers and and one for Panther Creek High School. We want to make sure that we're doing everything to keep our schools as safe as possible.
Nothing better than feeling safe where you live every day. And 3 North Texas cities topped a list of the safest in the United States. Look at Frisco, taking the #1 spot on a list put out by investment company Smart Asset.
In fact, nearly half of the city's budget is dedicated to public safety. The proposed total capital costs for FY23 is $9 million. The new 2023 budget provides funding to remodel and expand the police department, adding an annex building to service fleet and provide storage for the SWAT team. The annex would house the traffic division, plus larger training and fitness rooms. Renovations at the main building would provide more room for lockers and a new women's locker room. The proposed budget also supports renovating our public works facility, making room for a growing fleet.
Literally going to a space that's 3 times the size of the one we had before.
And the new budget supports completing construction and equipping the new library as we prepare to open the doors in early 2023.
We are watching the market on, and we're trying to just get the timing exactly right, because you don't want to start a project and then have costs escalate. We were able to issue the library bonds and begin construction just before costs started to increase.
As we look to the future and invite possibilities, the Frisco City Council will name a Citizens Bond Committee this summer. The group will consider bond requests for the next 5 years.
We will be showing what ifs and how it'll impact the tax rate and what amenities we may add or what roads we're going to add.
The city has always done a good job of planning for the future, looking to be cautious and prudent with the resources that it has, and then anticipating where needs are going to come.
As the city tackles transition and change, staff remains focused on delivering the highest quality services most efficiently for residents, businesses, and visitors, all while embracing change and inviting possibilities.